Don't mind me. I'm looking for my coffee. I guess I don't have a cup of coffee. Hey, Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning. You'll notice today that we are only broadcasting. It's a simulcast broadcast because we're fancy that way. We're only going to be broadcasting from here on out on the Travelogue YouTube and only on the Incorruptible Facebook page. Up to this time, we've been doing both Incorruptible Facebook and Travelogue Facebook. There's a bit of redundancy there. We can always share from Incorruptible to Travelogue, but we are on the Travelogue YouTube. So however you choose to do that. Reason being, it frees up a channel on our Restream account and we can do some other stuff. So anyway, just that's, people say I share too much. We're talking about context, or what I like to say, Marsha, because it's the same mentality, right? I mean, yeah. So today we're in Acts 10. We're going to zip through this, and of course we'll touch on it tomorrow on the big rollout on Acts 10. All right, here's what Acts 10 basically says. Christians use Acts 10 to defend their disobedience and desire to do what they want to do and not what the Bible says and eat whatever the hell they want. And they use Acts 10 as an excuse. Here's what happens in Acts 10. What's really important to understand, because they miss it because they're all stuck on their stomachs, is a Roman centurion, an Italian Roman centurion from the Italian regiment, a Gentile, is praying. He's a Torah observant Gentile, which is why, all right? And he gets a visitation from an angel that says, your prayers and good deeds to Israel's poor, to the Jewish poor, have been they're a monument in heaven before God. Wow. We can just stop there and go, what the heck? But that's why he's told to go look for Peter's, because he doesn't know about Jesus, right? This is all new. So this is about 25 years after Jesus. Gentiles come in. Peter's hungry. He goes, as they prepare lunch, he goes upstairs to pray on the roof, and he has a vision of varied sorts of unclean, not fit for human consumption, animals. And he's told to get up, kill them, and eat them. And he's like, no, I've never eaten unclean. I'm not going to do that. These two guys, servants of Cornelius, are on their way to Peter. He's interrupted on the roof and they're told, hey, there's these guys here. It says in verse 19 that he is still confused, perplexed. He doesn't have an interpretation. When these guys show up, he goes with them. He meets Cornelius and he tells them in Acts 28, and he said to them, you yourselves know how unlawful it is for a Jew to associate with or to visit anyone I got to go back. Sorry. You yourselves know how unlawful it is for a Jew to associate with or to visit anyone of another nation, a Gentile. But right, because why? They're considered unclean. But God has shown me that I should not call any person common or unclean. This isn't about food. Here's the interpretation of the vision.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelogue Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.